Okay, so today we're continuing on, and I'm reading the self-forgiveness list that I found in the internet, and it's coming from the point of view that we are not separate. The body and the forms are different, but within it all is the life force. The life essence or the spirit that is in us is one, equal and one as all life. So this is at www.destiny.co.za, and you can also find it at www.oneisequalityaslifening.com, ning.com. If you go to the groups and click on the groups, there's one featured group called Self-Forgiveness Done 10 Times. You click on that, you click on June's page, you'll see the links there. This is Veno Structural Resonance Phase 2. Okay. So, let's continue on. So it's written there, understand practical self-corrective application is when you stand up within and eschew in the moment when you experience that you are accepting and allowing you to participate in the mind, and in that moment stop you from participating in the mind when and as you participate in this world. Another practical example of how you are able to assist and support you with regards to identifying self-judgments. Let me stop at this point and tell you that I skipped a lot from the top of the page, just so I'll concentrate more on self-forgiveness, but you can have a look there, okay, and read it. So, with regards to identifying self-judgments within and eschew, and then from there to have a look at to what and who, when and where you have accepted and allowed you to compare yourself towards, which manifested such judgments towards you, is standing naked in front of a mirror and look yourself straight in the eyes and seeing what thoughts, memories, pictures, ideas, and reactions comes up within an eschew, and from here identify from what accepted and allowed comparisons such judgment was derived. B. Unconscious and subconscious mind foundation manifestation self-forgiveness. I forgive myself that allowed myself to believe that I am the I of consciousness. I forgive myself to have allowed myself to give permission to the creators of this mind system to program me to believe and perceive that I am the I of consciousness. I'll stop at this point and say that there are some self-forgiveness statements that will be repeated, but most of it would be new. Okay, I forgive myself to have allowed myself to give my power away through giving my permission to the creators of this mind system to program me to believe and perceive that I am the I of consciousness. I forgive myself to have allowed myself to become a mind system and accept myself as a mind system and believe myself to be a mind system and allowed myself to be programmed as a mind system instead of the expression of life as who I am, as the origin of who I am. as a living word of oneness and equality. I forgive myself that I haven't allowed myself to realize, to live, to see, to honor, to recognize, to be aware, to stand as who I am, as I am of life, of oneness and equality as a living word. I forgive myself to have allowed myself to believe that I am the programmed language of systems of thoughts, feelings, and emotions, in allowing and accepting myself to become the I of consciousness, or the I of the systems. I forgive myself that I haven't allowed myself to realize that I am the slave to systems and the program that run within me as my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. I forgive myself that I've allowed myself to fall in the traps of consciousness program games such as enlightenment, attainment, and becoming. I forgive myself that I've allowed myself to sacrifice me as who I really am as life by allowing and accepting myself to become this programmed system within me as the mind of thoughts, feelings, and emotions, as that which enslaves and controls me. I forgive myself that I've allowed myself to live by the following words of system programming. Here I am, systems, your servant. Take me. I am sacrificing myself for your existence. You are my God, and I am your slave. I give you permission to continue the enslavement and control you stand for in us, because I have allowed myself to participate in the mind and be of the mind, believing such an existence and experience of myself to actually be who I am. I forgive myself that I have allowed myself to be programmable. I forgive myself that I have allowed myself to be programmed. I forgive myself that I have allowed myself to be programmable and programmed by words and sound frequencies. I forgive myself that I haven't allowed myself to realize that I am only programmable and able to be programmed by words and sound frequencies if I am separate from the programmers as well as sound frequencies and words. Okay. I'll end this here, but we'll continue on in another video. Just to remind you that in between videos I do 20 sets of breath awareness, which is closing my eyes, breathing in, pause, breathing out, pause, that is one set. I do 20 of those just to relax myself. Okay, cool.